partnership with a public institution, and I come from a research public organism in France. So, why AI and why today? We have not the AI of science fiction, we have not robots and things like this that will dominate the world, but we have a lot of success in various domains. And in research, AI was, the word AI was invented to have the idea of something that can be intelligence like human intelligence. This was not the case in the past until now, and I think in the near future. But there are a lot of subdomains who have had a lot of success in the past years. So speech, robotic vision, language, and so on. So it's really the time to use them in many, many applications. So information search, analysis, voice. You have probably seen the value of Microsoft Translator on the web. It's wonderful. You have two children, one speaking in English, the other one speaking in Spanish, and there is an automatic translation in between. But this works for language like English, Spanish, French, the most spoken language in the world, because there are a lot of data to train. There is a lot of research to continue to have this for all languages in the world, even the languages that are not spoken by a lot of people. So, we hope now that all of this domain will come together to reconstruct something that will go to the next step of artificial intelligence. We have a lot of relationship with company in AI, and you already know that there is a lot of investment in the world for IT companies, for companies on the web, sailors and so on, but also for many other ones. Cars, any kind of things, and one is, one which is, here I think, no. One which is very strange is this one. We have a chair at INS, a great, very well-known school in France, paid by Keynote, and that. And they need AI today because they want to have more specialized products for people. So this can be in any kind of work. So what do they want when they come to us, researcher, public researcher? This has changed in the I think, past 5 years. Now we can see people coming from big companies to us saying that I have read the paper of Mr. X in this conference, and I would like to talk to him because I would like to know how this can apply to my business. This is completely new. People know exactly what we are doing in research. This change also because for this change anything in the companies. If you have, for example, big companies in oil prospection, AI can be used for image analysis, for satellite analysis and so on, but also to optimize the way you produce the oil, to optimize the way you have people in oil station and so on. So this is something completely transverse. And you have the idea that it's not so true that data have value. A lot of people come to us saying that I have a lot of data, what can I do? So data is very important, but you need to remember that at this stage you need to have labeled data. You cannot use data just like this to train machine learning. So I have just a small example. Computer vision is now working very well with deep learning. And you can very easily recognize a cat, a dog, anything you want. But to train most of the algorithms, you need to train them on labeled data. And what does it mean? That, for example, in this image, you have a human that has just with a mouse show where is the dog, where are the sheep, where is the guy, and so on. And people have to do this for each image. And this benchmark contains 300,000 images. Imagine how long it takes to do this. So it's very complicated to have this big data sets So for social networks, it's not that bad because you have people saying that, oh, did you see my cat? And you know that this is a cat. But if you go to business, and if you have private data, and if you have technical data for companies, for example, for maintenance or things like this, you need a way to train your algorithm on this. And you need a way to annotate data, and this is very expensive. So now people come to us to try to avoid this, and for example, to try to go to weak supervision or unsupervised machine learning. This is the next step of learning. So I have a small video on this. You can see, if I can stop it, you can see the video, and you can see that here somebody has shown where some action occurs. So this guy is now sitting, and some people are just marked, he sits. And here you can see where the computer can find the same action. Finding action in video is very difficult. What does it mean? Somebody is sitting. It's not as easy as saying this is a cat or this is a dog. But this is easy to train, this is easier to train computer on this using the films. So all this video comes from DVDs. Because when you have a DVD coming, it comes with subtitle in French and English for people that don't hear very well and so on. So using this mixing language and video, you can use this data to train, and then you don't have to annotate this. And it's work. This is work done at Inria by some team in the computer vision. So I don't say yes. So now a few words about the way we are working with companies. First at Inria. So we try. Inria is a public research organism dedicated to computer science and applied mathematics, so everything that is numerical science. And we are under the supervision on Ministry of Research, but also Ministry of Industry. So we are supposed to do excellent research and transfer it to industry. So we have built a lot of ways to work. That's not very original, but we try to be very flexible and to be able to answer any question that comes to us. We can work with small companies, with startups, with large companies, and we do this doing joint labs, collaboration, patents and software, expertise. We try to do everything to be able to answer companies coming to us. We also try to push startup creation and to convince researchers that this is a way they can do transfer. And for this, we think, and I think that it's very important to help researchers to this transfer because it's really a good way to transfer results. So we have a lot of programs to train people, and especially PhD students and postdoctoral students, and to show them that they can have a career in research, they can do paper, but they can also do transfer and startups if they want. So we have programs to train people, just to aware them that this is a way they can work. And we have also a very early stage seed capital that help people to start a project. So we try to have everything coming for seminars, just to speak about startup creation, until seed to help people realizing the project. Then I will speak a little bit about the Prairie Project. This is a project of Institute in AI. So we are under evaluation of competition in France. So the government has launched a big AI plan, and in this plan there is a part for research, and we are now competing to be one of the label institutes in France for research, and in Paris especially. So we really think that now in AI, it's very important to have fundamental research to prepare the next step of machine learning, next step of AI, how to provide tomorrow new concept to make things progress. So it's really pure fundamental research. But we also convinced that this cannot be done alone in a research institution. This has to be done with company and with all the ecosystems. So this will be an institute in which you have large public institutions. So the first line, CNRS, Inria, PSL University, University of Paris, and Pasteur in biology and medicine. But we have also as partners all the companies you see below that accept to finance fundamental research through a foundation by gift. And this is very important for us because we will be able to have fundamental research based on concrete problems that companies can bring. And we hope that this will make a difference. So we have a good mathematical school and computer science school in France, and especially in Paris. But we want really to change scale and to become one of the places that is known in AI in Europe and in the world. The education and training is very important. It's very important to train people, to have researchers, but also for companies to have data scientists, to have people that can do AI and so on. So it's really a very important point. And over there, I think it's very important to train everybody. Nowadays, everybody can use AI in the day life. Every child has a smartphone, computer, and games on computer, and so on. And it's very important that people know what they are doing. In the introduction, we heard about security. Security is a very important thing. Privacy is very important. And it's very important to train everybody, every child, to learn them what they are doing when they are using the smartphone. We will never have full security, we will never have full privacy, but it's important that everybody knows which data they are given, to whom and why. So our ambition is to become a world leader in AI, in research and education, because education, again, is very important, and to have an impact in economy in France, in Europe, and at the global level. We have now a lot of companies that create research center in AI in Paris, and all together, very well-known researchers, big companies, we create an ecosystem. We have a lot of startups, we have a lot of organizations. You heard about this in the previous talk. And all of this will make a large ecosystem in which we want to become attractive, because it's very difficult now to employ researchers, because there is a global competition in the world, to attract the best students, to attract the company, and to create something that can build the future. So we think that excellence is the key to impact. Everybody is doing research in AI now. You have to do the best research you can, not on everything. You cannot be the best one in everything. So you have to focus on a few topics. We need to do this with companies to have a global view on the needs. We have a focus on health in this institute, and for this, France has also launched another project. It is called Health Data Hub, and the goal of this hub is to bring together in an open data way all the health data. This means in-assurance data, this means data of the hospitals, and this means also genetic data. If this works, we will have the largest database on health in the world. And on this, we hope that we can build new projects and go on merge between a lot of domains, and especially everything that is medicine, personalization of medicine, and so on, using machine learning, vision, and this this will make the difference. So this will be launched in a few months, and we hope that this will become one of the well-known places for AI in the world. So this was an example of what can be done. We have a lot of programs like this in France, and now all the programs launched by the government focus on the things that we have to enroll companies with us. So this will be my conclusion. We believe that we can do very good research, very good training, and very good transfer, and not three things separately. Thank you.